Spoiler alert, the Bucks lost, and it was bad. I really don't eat. We lost again. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks. Panthers beat us. Patrick Murray didn't make a field goal that would have not even have won us the game anyway. Fun fact. I mean, would have been like 22-23 probably at the end there. Or no. Yeah, it would have been 22-22 if he made that field goal. Sorry. So, he didn't make that field goal, 51-yarder. I'm still a Patrick Murray guy. I'll probably always be a Patrick Murray guy anyway, so just don't mind me. Some news on some news on John Gruden. Apparently, he's reaching out to some guys in his little coaching circle, maybe some assistants. He's really considering coming back, is what the reports are saying. It's getting more likely every week. And the Bucks lost another heartbreaker. What does that tell you? Well, I don't know. Shout out to Peyton Barber. I thought he played a decent game for what it was worth. Shout out to our defense. I thought they played good for what it was worth. Bobo Wilson did good. Freddie Martino did good. Chris Godwin did good. Again, in my opinion, I feel that we don't need Deshaun Jackson. Just me. Adam Humphries did good. Mike Evans did good. Not really as much from the tight ends, but I know like our offense did. We played a pretty complete game in terms of just stuff, but we're just not clutch guys. I mean, are the Bucks ever clutch? But like we're really not clutch. Jameis played out of his mind. I wouldn't say we played a very good game because like there were some points where the team just looked like it didn't care, and that sucked. At the final play of the game when Jameis fumbled, and he got it. That wasn't the Panthers' ball. That was our ball. Jameis was losing his mind, and yeah, you can say it's immature, but I also like his passion. He's gone from being that. He went from being a very immature guy, and yes, that was an immature move, but he's showing that he really does care about these losses, and I feel like that's something that we needed to see. We wanted to see somebody getting pissed off, and being very visibly pissed off, and Jameis was that guy, and I really appreciate that. I mean, people may disagree with it, people may think it was stupid and immature. I really don't care. I think it was something that we needed to see. We needed to see that at least somebody on this team cares, because we sure as hell ain't seeing it from Dirk, and we sure as hell ain't seeing it from the other players. Chris Baker, Chris Baker, he ruined that game for us. I knew it would happen. As soon as the penalty happened, I was like, of course. And I just started dying laughing, These games, you just laugh at them now, You just laugh at them because it's like, oh, how the Bucks going to ruin this? Oh, that's how they're going to ruin this, It's the worst thing ever. The Bucks have like the 6th pick now or something. That's cool, I guess. Get an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. My man Corey Draper said, the needs were defensive lineman first, then offensive lineman second. I disagree with that. I would flip that, but I still think that they're both almost equal in terms of need. I don't know. Cornerback's going to be a need. Safety, maybe not as much, but cornerback. I'm going to have to do a video now talking about draft prospects coming up because that's where we've gotten to. I know people are looking to the future already. I've been getting tons of responses saying, James, make videos on draft prospects, please, and I will, don't worry, but I thought, well, geez, let's at least let the season end first, Mike Evans still might get 1,000 yards. I believe he needs 54 to reach 1,000, so I hope he gets it, at least we'll have something. Jameis has been playing lights out his past 2 games. I can't complain about that at all. He's looking great. Not perfect, but he's looking good. We might want to get rid of Dirk, maybe, or the entire coaching staff, maybe. I mean, like, I know I'm very nonchalant about this. I know this might be a boring video or whatever, but what do you want me to say? Bucks lost again, and there's only so much I can talk about. Yeah, they lost again. Yeah, Dirk Cutter should more than likely be fired. It's bad. You know, these players are looking undisciplined, and that's the coaching staff's fault. Dirk Cutter's play calling is bad, and I get it. Some people say, well, he should be fine. He should give up play calling duties, and he'll be fine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see it, man. I don't really see it. We need somebody who's going to get pissed off, like really pissed off. And I get it, Dirk. He'll get pissed off. But he ain't running out onto the field when getting pissed off. Jameis will do that. Saints head coach Sean Payton will do that. Some other head coaches in the NFL will do that. You know who else would do that? My man John Gruden. And I know a lot of people don't want John Gruden, but I want John Gruden. So I'm a John Gruden truther, okay? I'm on that John Gruden bandwagon. I don't care what anybody says. So John Gruden would get pissed off. He'd get really pissed off, you know? Jameis looked like he was about to cry. That sucked. I was like, Jameis, what are you doing? Don't cry. He shoved a man in his suit. It was funny. I laughed a lot whenever I saw that. But this team, there was also apparently a thing in the locker room, and this team's just falling apart. It's just falling apart, and it's bad. You know, we're looking as not as dysfunctional as ever, but the dysfunctional attitude and the dysfunctional problems are starting to creep in, you know, starting to seep in. You know, the more heartbreaking losses that pile up, the more stuff that's just attitudes are showing, disappointment showing, not just from the fans, obviously, because we're all about that right now, but as players, the players are getting upset now too. They obviously don't want to lose, and it's showing, and you know, the coach has got to go, man. The coach has got to go. If anybody at this point thinks that we shouldn't make any coaching changes, then they're ridiculous. They're being irrational, and they're being foolish, in my opinion. And that's just me using kind words to call them stupid. But if you really, really believe, and if you get joy in saying like, oh, I hope that they keep everybody, you're stupid. You're not. I'm sorry. And I don't know if any of my viewers feel that way, feel that we should keep all the coaches and that nothing's wrong. But if you feel that nothing's wrong, then you're insane. Because it's not working, you know? And it's just bad. And listen, Mike Smith needs to go. And I honestly don't know about Dirk. I don't think he's good at play calling this year. In terms of leadership, he's been iffy. The players want to keep on playing for him. They're showing that, at least to a certain degree. Some of them do want to keep on playing for him. Others don't want to keep on playing for him. Some players are still very passionate about it and crying their eye, you know, and fighting their hardest and yelling about stuff and showing that they're very, very disappointed, such as Jameis Winston, such as the guys who caused a stir in the locker room at the end of the game. And some guys just won't go for the fumbles that are getting dropped, cough, cough, like our entire offensive line. And some guys just don't seem to care and are just here to get a paycheck, cough, cough, as of right now, Brent Grimes and Chris Baker. And probably TJ Ward, to be honest. So it's really divided right now. This team, I want to say, is probably 40% supporting Dirk right now and 60% not supporting Dirk. And that's not good. He's really starting to lose control of this team in a way. They're not acting as professional as they usually are, and I think that proves to something in terms of leadership. In terms of clock management, in terms of just managing the game, Dirk's not exactly the best with that either. All around, Dirk's a kind of mediocre head coach. You know, if we wouldn't have gone on some insane run last year, we could have easily been in the same position we were in this year. I think overall he's been a pretty mediocre coach, and I know 9-7. I know, guys, 9-7. But would you guys really be saying that if we were 8-8 or we were 7-9? You probably wouldn't be saying that, you know? If we wouldn't have gone on that miraculous run, and let's be honest, it was miraculous, you guys probably, those people who defend Dirk Cutter probably wouldn't be saying this right now. You'd probably be saying, well, I like consistency, but I'll get rid of Dirk, you know? 2 losses. 2 losses probably could have changed everybody's mindset. I know, bottom line, well, he did go 9-7, but is that really super impressive? I get it, compared to everything the Buccaneers have done. Yes, that is impressive. But you shouldn't have to settle, you know? You shouldn't have to just settle. if you think your team's good, then yes, if everybody thinks that your team's going to do good, then they should perform to those expectations. If you're not performing expectations in your job, then you shouldn't have your job. Facts. You know, like if I'm a cashier at Publix and I'm a terrible cashier, or a grocery store, let's just say, if I'm a cashier at a grocery store and I'm sitting there and they say your job is to scan groceries and be nice to customers, and I don't scan groceries at all, or I'm terrible at scanning groceries. It takes me an hour to scan like 10, it takes me like 30 minutes to scan 10 items and get a customer out the door, and I'm not nice to the customer at all, I'm not saying a word, then I'm a terrible person at my job. And I feel like they gave Dirk this set of expectations. Like, we expect you to be a good head coach. We have the team here to do good, to at least do as good as we did last season. Our team was better. Our team was supposed to be better now than it was last season. Dirk, your job is to get that team to at least as good as we were last season, or somewhere close. And he bombed it. He really did. And those Mike Smith, that's Dirk Cutter's decision. The defensive line coaches, that's Dirk Cutter's decision. All of these assistant coaches, that's Dirk Cutter's decision. If you guys want to talk about how bad Mike Smith is, who was the guy that brought Mike Smith in? Dirk Cutter. And I know, oh, Jason Light, you know, he might have had a hand in it. No, he didn't. The head coach brings in all of his assistants. The whole Mike Smith debacle with how bad Mike Smith is partially Dirk Cutter's fault. That's partially his fault. And in my opinion, he really doesn't deserve to come back. If he does come back, I won't care, really. Whatever, I'll still support Dirk. I'll have to. But it's just bad. I know people saying, oh, John Gruden, we don't need him back. He wasn't that good. He won the Super Bowl for us. And he had, I want to say, 2 losing seasons in his whole time he was with the Bucs. And you say, oh, well, he didn't run personnel good. He didn't run personnel good. I'll admit that. He did not run personnel good. You know, he inherited Tony Dungy's team. So, you still have to coach a team to be good. Like, just because a team's good doesn't mean they're just going to automatically win games. That's just not going to happen. Look at the current situation we're in. Everybody thought we were going to go to the playoffs. Oh, God, we did not go to the playoffs. We're as far away from the playoffs as you can possibly. We're almost as far away from the playoffs as you can possibly get. I'll be having more rants about this later on. I'll probably do I'll do a rant later, probably. But anyway, yeah, Bucks lost again. Sorry, sucks. I know. But please bring back John Gruden. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comment section below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, goodbye for now, guys.